simple sentence, which contains only one independent clause. A compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses, joined by coordinating conjunctions. A complex sentence contains one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Let us now analyze the structure of a simple sentence. Structure of a simple sentence. A simple sentence is an independent clause which has a subject as well as a predicate. Subject: the person or thing that performs the action of a verb or is joined to a description by a verb is the subject in a sentence. Predicate: the part of a sentence that contains the verb and gives information about the subject is the predicate in that particular sentence. Here are some examples for the subject and the predicate. Please note that the part highlighted in the red font is the subject and the rest is the predicate in each of the sentences given below. He runs. John is a fast bowler. My brother and I are great friends. Many parts of the village where I lived were destroyed by the landslide. On Sundays, I never get up before 8 o'clock. Before giving commands, one should learn how to obey. Lying on the beach and enjoying the warmth of the sun is my favorite leisure. Analyze the previous examples. You will find that a simple sentence can be very short and very long, provided they contain a subject and predicate. The position of the subject need not be in the beginning of the sentence. It can be anywhere in the sentence, in the beginning, center, or at the end. Please note that the subject can be a single noun or a compound. In the same way, the verb also can be a compound. For example, Maria and Anne sing and dance together. Different ways to structure a simple sentence. Single subject plus single verb. Example, Irene dances well. Compound subject plus single verb. Example, Amy and Alex dance every day. Single subject plus compound verb. Example, Rita is singing and dancing. Compound subject plus compound verb. Example, James and Julie are singing and dancing together. Subject can be placed even at the end of the sentence. Coiled under the bed in the corner of the room was a huge black cobra. Verb may appear before the subject in a question. Example, was the movie interesting? Please note that in most questions beginning with interrogative words such as where, when, why, how much, the subject falls between the parts of a compound verb. Example, have you visited the place before? Where plus verb is also used often before the subject to form a simple sentence. Example, there is a pen on the table. Here plus verb before the subject. Following is the example of the word here, used with the verb coming before the subject. Here is your money. Hidden subject in a sentence. The sentence may also have a hidden subject, as used in imperative sentences. Please help me. The subject here is not stated but hidden or assumed. Some assignments for you to work on. And the subject and the verb in each of the following simple sentences. Kate and Amy were best friends. Looking through the window, I saw my dad coming. Behind the house stood the garage. Here is your pen. Yesterday the post office was closed. There are broadly three types of sentences: simple sentences, complex sentences, and compound sentences. Let us look at the definitions of the types of sentences. A simple sentence is a sentence with one independent clause and no dependent clauses. Example, my name is Maria. A sentence with one independent clause and at least one dependent clause is called a complex sentence. Example, the town which I love to visit is Cape Town. A compound sentence contains two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. Example, Mr. Wilson listens to the news every night and he goes to bed. Let us now look at the characteristics of compound sentences. A compound sentence consists of two or more main sentences joined together by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Although they are joined by a linking word, each clause of the compound sentence can stand alone. The two clauses of the compound sentence should be linked correctly with a comma, and then a linking word should be used at the place where one sentence ends and the other begins. In a compound sentence, the relationship between the two ideas depends on the connector. The conjunction "and" suggests that the two ideas are being added together, but indicates that they are being contrasted, or tells us that they are alternatives. A semicolon suggests balance between two similar or sharply contrasting statements. The two clauses in a compound sentence expresses two ideas that are approximately equal in importance, since they are balanced as a pair. They are in fact two complete independent clauses that can stand alone. We can join the independent clauses in a compound sentence using the following methods: by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction, by using a semicolon, by using a semicolon with a conjunctive adverb, transitional expression. We will now look at different types of conjunctions. Conjunctions which connect two words or group of words with similar values are called coordinating conjunctions. They may connect two words, two phrases, two independent or dependent clauses. The following are some of the coordinating conjunctions in the English language: for, and, nor, but, or, yet and so. Example, I liked him very much, for he was very pleasant in his appearance. Moving on to the formation of compound sentences, the first method is by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. We can join two or more independent clauses into a compound sentence by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. The comma comes before the conjunction, not after it. Example, the farmer stopped to take some rest, for he had been working for quite a long time. Desmond Mapilo Tutu is South Africa's social rights activist, and he's also an opponent of apartheid. I don't usually wake up at 5 a.m., nor do I like to sleep up to 9 a.m. Maria is playful, but Mercy is quiet. You can play badminton now, or you can play tennis. He is old, yet he keeps himself physically fit. My knee started hurting, so I stopped jogging. Here is the structure of a compound sentence using coordinating conjunctions. Independent clause plus comma plus coordinating conjunction plus independent clause. Compound sentences can also be formed by using a semicolon. We can join two independent clauses by merely using a semicolon. The independent clause after the semicolon does not begin with a capital letter unless it is a proper noun. Here is the structure of a compound sentence with a semicolon. independent clause plus semicolon plus independent clause. Example, John cut the vegetables, Janice prepared the meal. The workers stopped to rest. The work had tired them. Formation of compound sentences can also be done by using a semicolon with a conjunctive adverb, that is, a transitional expression. A conjunctive adverb shows the relationship between two ideas. A semicolon with a conjunctive adverb often makes a smoother connection than a semicolon alone. We have already seen different kinds of conjunctive adverbs showing different kinds of relationships. Let us go through some examples. They had been studying for a long time. Therefore, they needed to play for a while. Janet is afraid of water. Consequently, she had trouble passing the swimming test. Mary is going to join her college in September. Meanwhile, she is traveling around the country. I knew a lot about the subject already. Nevertheless, I found her talk interesting. Here is the structure of a compound sentence using a semicolon and a transitive verb. Independent clause plus semicolon plus transition plus comma plus independent clause.